And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to session 2 of the Boyz and The Wood podcast. I'm Flynn Burden.
I'm Buzzsaw Bronson.
And I'm Oracle.
And we're here for another session of the podcast.
I'm excited.
I've already said. I'm absolutely jazzed, if you can't tell.
Oh, I'm much more excited than last week.
You're much more excited.
Oh, it's been a great week. I'm so hyped for this podcast now. Last week I was very down on the podcast. I was very like, no one's going to watch this. This is rubbish. You know what? We've had one view. Completely changed my mind.
I've checked. We're in double figures on the actual YouTube.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't check.
Very depressing double figures, but we're in double figures nonetheless.
Oh yes,
that's amazing.
We've had tens of views.
We've had tens.
At least 110.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Most people probably tuned out after about 10 seconds, but, you know.
Probably, I would.
So. But if you are watching on YouTube, then obviously hit the subscribe button and the like button as well, please. And what was it, that little bell notification icon, you know.
All the buttons. Press all the buttons. Give us some money.
Lots of buttons. Basically, just press all the bastard buttons and just support people. Jesus.
That's all you got to do.
But this is session number 2. Aptly named the Crimble Crumble, in honor of last night's pay-per-view event, or maybe a week ago, if you're listening to it now, the Royal Rumble that was on. It was live on the network. I don't know what city it was in. I think it's,
which network's that? Which network was it on?
That is a well, wrestling entertainment.
Oh, very fancy.
Oh, very fancy, yeah. I thought, you know, don't say WWE. Oh, I said it.
Oh, there you go. Ruined. That's the
yeah,
end of our podcast. Thanks for listening.
That's it. We are done. We are locked down with copyright laws. We are fucked.
That's the end of that then.
We are officially bankrupt.
Never mind.
Start with. Oh, no, I'm not. But yeah, we are here to talk about the Royal Rumble this week.
Well, that's not what we're here to talk about, but we are going to talk about it.
Mention it at least once.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. I watched all of it live.
Live?
Did it live, yeah.
And did you watch it with your old pal?
I watched it with our old pal, Gilligan Gordon. We're not actually with him.
Obviously
but
not
we
with
was
him.
like
virtual.
On the phone to each other whilst it was on. Yeah, it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. There's things I didn't like about it, but...
and the things you did.
And those things I did.
Why don't we start with what you did like?
What I did like, my favourite thing of the whole thing, although they've stolen it from AEW, because who was it? Kenny Omega, I think, run over that skinny kid. I can't remember his name. I don't watch AEW, but I saw he got run over, but he kind of got clipped by it. But Kevin Owens got absolutely driven through with a golf cart, and it was the best thing I've seen. Absolutely broke me. It was the sound of the bloody windshield that smashed Roman Reigns in the mouth as well.
Yeah, that was the best part. Kevin Owens gave Roman a back fist on the way through. You just saw Roman's face oh god.
It was just the consistent replays of this. It was so hard. That's how you get run over by a golf cart properly in wrestling, in my opinion. If there's ever a moment for it.
If you ever want to get hit by a golf cart, that was the moment.
That was it.
I was surprised when they went back there and they were in a big stadium.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I thought they'd filled up the entire place to a degree.
When they said it was a big stadium, I thought they were lying. I thought they were just oh, it's a big stadium. Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, okay, you're in a cardboard box and you got some screens on the wall. And then they go backstage, there's a whole arena.
It's out. It's like it's like
yeah, it's huge,
garage.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But no, I was surprised when it goes back there, and I was like, wow, that's actually... There's still so much space they haven't used.
Yeah, I feel like they spent a lot of money on that.
They spent a lot of money. I think they're consistently spending a lot of money on that.
I feel like
renting that place.
Just giving us more money. The Boyz and The Wood podcast. Because we're here to give you detailed information about the Royal Rumble and people getting hit by golf carts.
Intricate details. What other things? Another thing that I did enjoy was Gillian Hall coming back. I thought that was hilarious.
Of course. Always got time for Gillian.
I was like, oh god, here she comes. And she's still singing as well. I want to know how long it took her to remember all those words that she used to sing, or if she just had them off the top of her head.
Oh, she knows it. She's a pro.
She's a pro,
she's
man.
She's a veteran. She knows what she's doing.
also disappointed that I didn't see Boogeyman ripping a scab off her face spot. I always remember that. It's so grim.
Yeah, that's the most disgusting thing in the world.
Victoria coming back as well. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Who else?
So, like, it was weird because she obviously did her kind of like debut in WWE entrance to her like last music, and it just didn't seem to work.
Oh.
Like the gimmick she was doing didn't match up with the music that was playing. But still, Victoria, she was sick.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I don't watch it enough to know who's coming back and who's still there. Like, Tori Wilson came back. I'm like, oh, it's Tori Wilson. They're like, oh my god, it's Tori Wilson. She's returning. I'm like, oh, I didn't know she left.
She returns every single year for like the Rumble, and I think that's it.
Well, that's good enough.
I think anyway. I don't think I've seen her do anything else, but I don't watch it as religiously as I used to. I'm watching all the old stuff now and just ignoring all the new stuff.
Ignoring. That sounds so harsh.
I kind of like I watch it a little bit like on the little YouTube clips, but because they don't upload it weekly to the network, I don't follow it.
No, you don't have the Sky Sports.
And I don't have Sky Sports either. No, I'm not paying.
You cheap mother.
I'm not paying Sky money, man. Okay, I'm not made of money.
No, apparently not. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Also, I say I'm a student, right, and I'm still buying random shit. The other day, I bought a Magic 8 Ball.
I was talking about a Magic 8 Ball the other day. I was going to get one myself.
And I don't know why. I just saw it. I was like, oh, I'll get that.
Because they're amazing? Why wouldn't you want to know the future?
I know.
Do you have it on you?
I do. It's at the back of my room.
Go get it.
I'll go get it.
We can answer some questions.
Yeah, let's check this out.
How interesting, huh? A Magic 8 Ball. We were just talking about that like yesterday. Were we not, Oracle?
Yeah, we were. We were literally talking about it. It's so weird, isn't it?
Not figuratively. Literally talking about it.
Right. Okay, let me just...
Yeah, let's have a look.
Ah! Oh, that's awkward getting out of this little nook. I have to do some weird gymnastics to get out of here.
You look like you're in the naughty corner.
My Harry Potter cupboard. So that's the Magic 8 Ball that I purchased.
Oh, spot on.
Oh, that's
just
cool.
like Toy Story.
That was £6 worth. I'm a bit annoyed. It's got a seam down the middle of it as well, and I was hoping it'd be like a solid ball, but it's like
you want to be able to play pool with
split
it.
this motherfucker in half.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So what's the question you want to ask on it?
I have to ask a question now.
That's what you said. You'll ask some questions.
Oh, okay. How about this one? Will the Boyz in the Wood become the Southwest Wrestling Tag Team Champions?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
that's if we get into the actual tournament. I've still got to beat Pete Bainbridge for that.
God damn it. Well, that's all included. Spoiler alerts.
With something, if it'll work. Doesn't even work.
What a waste of £6.
Something. Oh, it doesn't. What is going on with this thing?
That's not a Magic 8 Ball, man. You got a dud ball.
This is a. No. All that for a direct answer was no. So
straight to the point.
Into the tournament, the SWW Tag Team Championship Classic. We are not going to win those tag belts.
Never mind.
The 8 Balls told us.
I think that 8 Ball doesn't work, man.
Well, we've got to beat Pete Bainbridge to get in there anyway. So
we'll
at the moment,
He's
it's
a
still
pussy.
so much up in the air. Like, fate hasn't been written yet.
No.
Even know when we're going to do this, this whatchamacallit thing, this rock paper scissors with him.
Well, we still have to wait for lockdown to end.
Yeah.
I don't even know when lockdown's going to end.
Or at least some shows to be able to happen. Like, I know SWW aren't going to do any shows until like it's safe to do so anyway.
Why
but,
not?
Yeah, we've got Bainbridge. I think that's going to be happening at a show. So we've got to beat him. Well, I've got to beat him in a rock paper scissors game. If he wins, I'm gone from SWW forever, and the boys in SWW will never be a thing.
Hey,
but
wait
if
a
I
minute.
beat him, then both me and you, we go into the tag tournament, baby.
You're putting a lot on the line here. I didn't
lot on
realise
the
you put
line.
my career on the line too.
I did not.
Yeah, you
No, your
kept that a
career's
secret.
But it's still a point.
At the moment.
But like, I don't know what happened if I don't win. like what's going to happen to you after that. But you know, man.
Well, thanks for watching my back.
I know I'm done.
No, I'm done.
Get out.
Oh, I'm going to be brown bread.
But no, but if we do get into that tournament, our first match is going to be against the Chocolate Hoodlums, which is the team of Chocolate Thunder and H Hood.
That's a very tough team.
It's making me hungry.
Last night watching the Rumble and I regretted it instantly.
I
don't even like it. As soon as I eat it, I just feel sick.
What was it?
It was a Galaxy. I was going to say Galaxy.
Galaxy, Jesus Christ.
It's bar as well. I thought, like, well, usually it's quite sickly in it, that. So I tried it and I was like, I regret this.
Yeah? Put me on my side, I'll finish the fucking kitchen.
Oh, fucking hell. And then, but yeah, back to the Rumble, the Crimble Crumble. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to think what other moments. Kane.
We haven't even talked about Goldberg yet.
Oh, Goldberg, who was in his gym shorts.
I know. Didn't bring his gear, apparently.
He looked like he'd forgotten his gear. And it's like,
We've all had shows like that.
It's like you forget your PE gear and you get lost and found. And that's like where he's been sent. It's got those weird stains on it that you don't know where they're from.
That's where he had grass stains down the back of it.
They just look like pajama bottoms.
It's like he just trains traps and doesn't train legs.
He looked so old.
He
Obviously,
did.
He's an older bloke, but he looked so old when he got beat and he stood up and was like, fair play, man. I think he legitimately was like, fuck, you nearly killed me.
Well, Drew's an absolute monster.
He's a fucking
From
absolute...
anyone I know who's been in the ring with him, he's one of the most intense people on the planet.
Yeah, and
so,
you just
good
look
luck,
at
Goldberg.
where he started in WWE
Yeah.
and where he is now. It's like, it's so vast a difference.
Completely.
Like, he just looks the fucking business, and I hope he has that championship for forever.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Until I get there.
Until I get to... One day.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I thought that wasn't too bad of a match, to be honest. Now I think they both kind of did their part for that.
Did their bits. It's the best way for Goldberg to be. Is come out, smash some spears, give us that nostalgic feeling, go home.
But
Happy
I
days.
think of all the matches he's had since he came back like a couple of years ago, I think that was one of his best.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I thought I quite enjoyed that, to be honest. You had Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Obviously, they ballsed up the handcuff bit at the end.
Yeah, that took a long time to get out of that.
They was doing it, and I saw the ref, and he was like counting on his fingers, and he got up to about 7. He was
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
oh, I better not do that anymore. Yeah, but the thing is, though, he was just stood awkwardly in the back in the same spot for the rest of the match. He was like, what do we do?
And then he sticks in a guillotine, and the guillotine looked like shit.
And
Anyone who knows anything about fighting knows you can't put a guillotine with your hand over here next to it. It was... I know too much real fighting. When I watch these things, I'm like, God damn it, come on. Come on. Undertaker called you soft, and this is what you do?
They also ruined the graffiti guy's workspace.
I know.
Well.
What was up with that?
That's a man's business. They just went straight through.
Banksy's going to be pissed.
I thought he picked up the forklift. I thought he was going to do like the Mankind Rock spot in like the was it on Sunday Night Heat when they like blocked the Rock underneath it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Remember that? I thought they was going to do that for a second. I was like, he's got to have to maneuver this thing. I was like, this is going to be interesting. But then he just jumped off of it.
Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy did that shit.
Hardy'd right off the top. And Jeff Hardy had a very short showing in the Rumble.
Probably tired.
He may as well have not been in that match. He made 0 impact in that entire thing.
I don't even remember him being in it, to be honest. I remember him coming out. I don't remember him doing anything.
I can't remember anything that he'd done other than maybe throw a punch and take his top off.
Oh, nice.
Don't hear all like the girls like they did when they first like come into the WWE. They used to take off the top. All the girls like, ah!
Because they're all on screens now.
But they didn't even like pump in that sound. They should just pump that in. And I was just thinking like the sound, buzzers, like the countdown and buzzers, like they seem to have some problem with like the levels of the volume, because every now and then it just would.
Yeah, it would just suddenly go really high.
They just like drop back down. Oh, we're coming a bit too heavy with that one. But I'm trying to think what other matches happen now.
Sasha Banks, Carmella's.
Oh yes. I thought Carmella was going to win that, to be honest.
I thought she was really good. I haven't really seen her since she was with what were their names? Enzo and the other guy. And she was
Big Cass.
She was just like the
she was more of a match initially, wasn't she? And then she transitioned more and more into the wrestling.
Yeah, so I've never seen her do any wrestling until this Royal Rumble, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, this girl can go. I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah,
genuinely.
I thought it was really decent, to be honest. And that, like, I didn't know how she was going to be back, how she was going to be when she first come back, like, because she's doing a different gimmick and everything. And I thought she was still kind of fine tuning the like the Princess of Staten Island gimmick.
Right.
But she seems to be doing right. I think with the guy that's the manager as well. Like, I think that's pretty unique, to be honest. And that guy's athletic as shit. Like,
I know. I didn't realize he could do anything. I saw the promo video, and he's doing all these crazy flips I've never seen before.
I know. Like, you had Sasha Banks beating him with a submission on SmackDown a couple of weeks prior.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
But you know, they're really building up, or still continuing to build up the ladies in WWE, which I think is really good, because it seemed to kind of go with this big or high, and it got to Mania where they main evented it, and then it just seemed to kind of just stagnate for a little while, I thought.
Right. But that all came off the build of Ronda Rousey. She kind of brought that hype with her, and now the women are having to do it for themselves. And that's what's impressive about it, is they're all upping their own game, and they're really doing it. You know, they're really showing that they've got talent.
But all the women on NXT are absolutely smashing it. Like, you've got some of the girls from the UK coming over to the American NXT now as well. So you got like Rhea Ripley, who obviously got to the final 2.
Rhea Ripley came out, and I was like, oh, it's the one from Suicide Squad. You know, Jared Leto.
Good God.
But she even had like the little tattoo under her eye.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know if that was what she was going for, but
she is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of her. Obviously, I saw her at the last Mania, and I thought that was really good.
Yes, I saw her in the first Mae Young Classic, and she was just like, she didn't really have any kind of like special gear or anything like that. She just looked like just an average woman wrestler. But she did like she was really cool then. I thought she did some pretty sick stuff in that first Mae Young Classic. But then she disappeared and then come back, I think, with the NXT UK. She's completely new look, looks the absolute business, and just absolutely just beats the shit out of everybody.
Nice.
Like, some of the stuff she was doing. And then I thought she was going to win the Rumble, personally. Obviously, Bianca Belair done it. I want to know as well why Bianca Belair isn't doing the whole whip with her hair anymore.
I was confused about that. Maybe it's a coronavirus thing.
I don't know, but that used to be absolutely savage. Like, the girl, like, I saw this one woman, she did like a massive dive at her off the top rope, and she just whipped her straight across the stomach. And I was like, oh. And the sound, it was literally like Indiana Jones's bullwhip. It was absolutely fucking rotten, and I wanted to put it on. So why isn't she doing that anymore? Because it was such a cool thing.
Well, I don't know. You have to ask her.
Yeah, Bianca Belair won.
Congratulations.
I saw a picture of, you know, when they both went over the top and they were both hanging, like dangling by the floor. There's a picture.
Dangling. That sounds disgusting. Use a different word.
Dangling to the floor.
Dangling. When you say dangling, you think dangling.
Dangling.
Or is that just me?
I think that's just you.
All right, never mind then. All right, use the word dangling. That's fine.
Dangling, hanging. I don't know.
Yeah, hanging no. That doesn't even sound good. Never mind. Just carry on.
Just weirdo.
Yeah, I know. Forget it. It's cool.
So they're both hanging there.
Okay, now go back to dangling. Go back to dangling. We can't do this.
Like they're trying to keep their feet off the floor, and there's a clear picture of Bianca Belair's feet, both of them touching at the same time.
Oh.
So, in my opinion, Rhea Ripley won the whole thing.
Or maybe they'll do that in a storyline.
Yeah. And
Very
also,
fancy.
Nia no fucks Jax. I think she's almost like accepted the fact that she does just fucking pelt people with her fucking arms now.
Yeah, fair play to her. Carry on.
I'm fucking clobbering everyone. It's the same as that Gillian Hall as well. She's just going out there stiffing every single
Oh yeah,
one.
Gillian came out and laid in a meaty clothesline. I was like, oh, Gillian coming back with some vengeance.
Oh god. Oh fucking hell. She was like, I'm not fucking around here.
I'll show these kids what to do.
So I could barely remember her wrestling when she was in WWE.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was like she come out and she was fucking battering.
This was
people.
a moment. I'm
She was
taking
like-
this.
I'm back. I'm fucking back.
You think I'm just a singing bitch? I'll show you.
Oh fucking hell! But yeah, that was fucking good. I thought it was a right little rumble. That was. The women's rumble. I thought was probably one of the best ones I think they've done.
Yeah, they've done a few now, but that was yeah, I enjoyed that.
Third?
Do we have to give it stars? Is that what you do on the internet?
You can give it stars.
All right, I'll give it 7 stars.
Out
It's
of what?
7.
10?
Just 7 stars.
Oh, okay.
Give it an 8.
8, nice, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Look, it had its weak moments and stuff. Like, I think the whole bit with Lana, that was a bit annoying. Like,
don't remember that bit.
I just don't believe anything she's doing personally.
Aw. You
Like-
don't believe her accent?
Well, to be honest, I did genuinely think she was Russian when she first came in.
You did? I didn't fall for it for a second.
I was like, I think she might be Russian.
You hear a Russian accent, you think
Then as
she's
soon as I
probably
saw
Russian.
something else, oh no, she's not. She's not actually Russian. She's putting that on. But this whole thing she's doing, where she's playing like the, she just looks. It's a try hard kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah? She's a hard trier.
I don't know. It's just the whole thing. Like she's trying to look sympathetic, but she's just coming off annoying.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I
it's
don't
got to
know,
be
but
hard for her because she's been like Rusev's side piece all this time.
Yeah.
And we've all been waiting for Rusev to go global and win the belt and be the champion, and then she'd be the side piece to that. And now he's gone, and now she's got to find her own way.
Yeah, but I don't think that she's not that great in the ring. Anyway,
I haven't watched
Like,
enough to
so-
judge.
every time I've seen it now, it's not been the strongest stuff. Like, it's in comparison to all the girls that are on there that are absolutely busting their asses. Like, not to say that she isn't busting her ass. Like, she's probably working her ass off to try and get, to a decent level and become as good as she can be.
Of course. People learn at different
But-
speeds.
People do learn at different speeds, but she has been there for a long time and learned to wrestle now, and she doesn't seem to have progressed.
Okay. I'll tell her that.
Who am I?
Who are you?
We just get on the social medias.
All right, well, let's
And
hope
I'm-
Rusev doesn't hear that.
I thought all the women, brilliant though. I thought it was a good rumble.
Good show from the ladies. Spot on.
Spot on.
A round of applause.
But then you had the men's rumble to finish the night off.
Oh, the men's crumble.
The men's crumble. And Kane.
Kane,
Kane.
love Kane.
Love Kane.
Really wanted him to win.
Yeah, it'd be
I-
amazing if he won.
He should have won it in 2001.
He should win every rumble.
He should win. I just fucking love Kane. Fucking Kane, man.
And then he had his moment with D-Bry.
At his moment with D-Bry,
Got to see the
as soon
hug.
as he came out, I was like, they're gonna hug it out.
They got to
I
hug
was
it
hoping
out.
the next entrant after Kane would then be their doctor. Because that guy was brilliant.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I'm trying to think. Carlito coming back was
Carlito.
incredible.
I was really thinking, like, how are they going to get around spitting in somebody's face right now?
Yeah, I was like, why didn't he do it? And I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the pandemic. Yeah, that'll do it.
Shinsuke was gonna do it with the gum shield and be like, I can't do it. But Carlito looks absolutely incredible.
Doesn't he?
First come out, I thought, he's walking a bit funny. But then he started running, and then he got in the ring and just started fucking look in the fucking business. You look fucking incredible.
What a man. When is he making his return full time?
I don't know. I hope he does.
I want to see him at Mania.
I want his hair. I love the afro.
Hair. Oh, can we both get
Everyone
hair like
wants his hair.
It's incredible. We should get perms. Like killer perms.
Oh yeah, greasy.
Just have to kind of like spray it and stuff.
I don't know how it works. I never had one.
I'm assuming you spray it with stuff. I don't know, to maintain.
I don't think I could ever have a perm. I don't think that would work.
I don't think you got enough hair.
I can barely grow hair as it is.
We'll get you a wig.
Yeah, get me a wig. That'll do it.
He still get one for you.
Yeah. And I'll scalp her and put it on my head.
Hurricane, the man of every company.
Stand back.
Stand back. Fucking hell, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
I was really hoping Big E and Bobby Lashley were going to take that choke slam. if they had gone up for the choke slam, I would have. Hurricane grabs them both by the throat.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm like, please bump it. Please bump it. They didn't bump it.
But no, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There wasn't enough surprise entrance, I don't think, in this Rumble.
There's never enough surprise entrance.
When
it's a Royal Rumble, you want every entrance to be a surprise entrance.
Oh yeah, I'd rather not know at all who is in the Rumble.
Yeah, it will be a surprise.
I was like, they've got to try and beat a pop from Edge last year.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was awesome. We watched that together live, didn't we, last year?
I can't remember.
Yeah, we watched that live together back in the day.
Back in the day, before all this COVID.
So, yeah, I thought they're going to have to try and top that as best as they can, but I'm afraid Carlito and the Hurricane.
Christian.
Oh, Christian. Sorry, I forgot about Christian. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So as soon as Edge started, I thought they were going to have him come out a bit sooner.
Yeah, they left it for ages, didn't they?
It was when they had about 5 of them absolutely just bludgeoning Edge.
Yeah, come on, Christian.
Come out and make a save, but who did they send out instead now?
I can't remember.
Can't remember who it was, but yeah, I thought it was going to be
Dominic Mysterio.
No, Dominic, he was later on. Someone
like that.
With his removable hood.
Of course, like Green Arrow.
Yeah, because I remember he had it where did he have his first match? It was SummerSlam, wasn't it?
I haven't watched wrestling in a year.
I think he had his first match at SummerSlam.
I didn't know who Dominic Mysterio was.
Rey Mysterio's son.
Yeah, I get that now.
Do you?
Well, not particularly. Now you said it.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought the men's Rumble was alright, but I think, like I said to you earlier, I felt like it should have been somebody like that hasn't won it. Should have won it. I thought.
When did Edge last win it?
2010, so it was 11 years ago. I think he last won it. So
it's a long time. While ago.
And it's cool that he won it. Don't get me wrong. I was glad it wasn't Orton.
Oh, poor Orton. After he hurt his knee so bad, I really wanted him to win.
Yeah, me too as well.
But out of the 2 people they could have got to skip the entire Rumble, it was Orton. I was like, some of the shit that Edge was taking and in doing, I was like, just stop it, man, please. Like, you're gonna hurt yourself again.
He came back, hurt himself straight away, and now he's coming back again. He doesn't slow down, that man. He lives life on the edge.
He lives life on the edge. Maybe that's like up the name.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I thought overall the whole pay-per-view was pretty good, to be honest. I don't think we've covered every single match. I can't remember all the matches now.
Well, we haven't done the pre-show.
Also, I thought Nature Boy was going to enter the Women's Rumble.
I did as well.
He was like...
I popped huge, and like they didn't have a pop sound when his music came on. I'm going crazy, and it just sounds like the audience isn't doing anything because they forgot to press the fucking pop button.
I would have been for Nature dressing in Charlotte's gear. Just coming out. A wig on. The Nature Girls come out. I would have been in stitches if that happened.
Yeah, that would have been good. Never mind. No, I'm done.
There you go. But Lacey Evans come out because she obviously cost Charlotte and Asuka the tag belts in the pre-show.
Didn't see the pre-show.
No, they well, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, or No Fucks Jax, as we'll now call her. She is the well, they are, should I say, are the women's tag team champions.
Oh, well done, ladies.
Well done, gals. I don't think of the other matches now. I think that's pretty much all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we covered it. Those rumbles are long.
The Crimble Crumble.
Well
and
done.
that's our review.
Stars?
Overall,
We got to give stars?
for the whole show.
Yeah. Overall.
Yeah. Yeah. So go on, give it some stars. What are you going to say, Buzzsaw? Come on, give us some.
I wouldn't give it stars, but I'd give it 6 smiley faces.
6 smiley faces.
Correct.
What I would do if one was Gillian Hall singing, and 10 was Kevin Owens being cut in half by a golf cart.
Oh,
I'd
that
give
was
it-
so hilarious.
It was like a cool thing. I would give it Kane
Kane.
choke slamming I don't know, a fish.
A fish?
Yeah.
Can you choke
So-
a fish?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can choke a fish.
It doesn't have a neck.
It's essentially an entire neck.
It's got gills, right? You got to cover the gills.
Got to cover the gills. But just choke slam like that.
Ugh,
Like a little mackerel.
that's disgusting.
But yeah, no, I'd give it a good, a solid 7
Interesting.
smiley faces.
Fine, yeah,
good.
smiley.
That's more than I gave it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a set. I think it was
Oracle?
good. It had moments. What do you say, Oracle? Come on.
I
Don't sit on the fence. Give us a real. What do you really think?
I'm gonna give it a. Are we doing smiley faces? Yeah.
Now we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. An 8.
Went
Yeah.
bigger than both.
Yeah, because I was
Just trying to
I
outdo
was
us
just,
now.
I was just in stitches when the golf cart.
It was brilliant though.
The
That
golf
Yeah.
cart. The golf cart gets the MVP for the night.
Yeah.
It's just the noise.
It reminded me of like a scary movie where at the end the good guy's like, "Oh, I'm still alive," and then a bus comes.
Yeah, it was so good.
Just wanted like a wasted sign from GTA to come up on it. Slow motion. Kevin was ragdolling.
He proper ragdolled as well. I didn't think humans really did that.
Proper took for a guy that's had like both knees blown out, like about a year or so ago.
I didn't see it.
Took that in champ.
Fair
He was
play.
like, just how do you want me to do it? Do you want to just clip you or something? No. Be directly on.
You want me to drive slowly? No. You drive that thing full speed.
Yeah, he's gonna put his foot down.
Watch me go through the windshield.
Roman Reigns was watching The Rock in Fast and Furious too much.
Oh, you look at it as well though, because you look at what was like 1999, The Rock and Mankind in that I Quit match, and then the following year you had Cactus Jack versus Triple H in that street fight. You look how brutal those were, and you look at it now in comparison.
Yeah.
It's just so different
Yeah.
now. Like, those matches were iconic as well, and I wouldn't be able to say the same for those matches that are happening now. Obviously, it's a different period.
It's
of
a very
time.
different. It's not just a period of time, but also the whole pandemic situation that we're going through. Without live audiences, it's very hard to create those same moments.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
audience often creates it, and when they're watching it through a screen, it's not the same, and
Yeah.
it just can't be until we start getting people back in the arenas.
apparently Mania is going to be in front of like half capacity or
Ooh.
something.
Half capacity of
it's-
what?
Because they're basically they've just rebranded last year's Mania logo,
I noticed,
delayed this year's. What
and we
was
haven't
this
got a
year.
number on it. What number is this?
So this is 30. What was it? Oh God. So
I'm
every
gonna say 36.
so in 2024 it'll be 40. So we have 3 weeks. So it is 37.
Oh,
I can't count
was
to 37.
So I think it's 37.
It's the
weird-
second Pirate Mania.
So it's a second Pirate Mania, but this one's actually going to be in an actual stadium, not in a training facility.
With some giant fans above their heads.
Some giant fans above their heads, keeping them cool. It feels like you're outside.
Hey guys, I told you we'd get some fans. That's a bad joke. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that.
Ever make a joke like that again, I will end this goddamn call.
This podcast is over.
This is done. But yes, apparently they're going to do that, but I don't know if they will still, because I think America are still tightening things up with Biden in charge now.
Never mind. No, I'm done.
You know. So yeah, we could have another Mania with no fans.
Fingers crossed.
Weird.
I enjoyed it.
One.
Everybody hated it. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I just thought it was so weird because there was literally no atmosphere at all. At least now with them piping in the sound and having those screens, it looks like there is some atmosphere.
Yeah, but the screens distract me. I like it.
I don't think they do.
I like when there was no fans, you could just focus on the wrestling.
Yeah, I agree. I do think those screens are really distracting. You're just watching the people in the background.
I don't find I do. I just tune them out really. They just become like a blur.
You have better focus than I do. I can't stop looking at them. Look at this guy. He's picking his nose.
On NXT, it's better because they've got the screens higher up.
I do prefer the NXT screens, and then they've got the big barrier around as well. The like plastic see-through barrier thing.
I think the NXT setup looks a lot better.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
And then but that's the Crimble Crumble. That's for another year done.
Good job. Tune in next year for our next review on it.
Next review on it. We are still here. How long did we last time? Like
not long enough.
Not long enough.
Now we're gonna go forever.
Now we're gonna go forever. You're never gonna get rid of us. We're like Thrush. We just keep coming back.
That's disgusting.
The analogy stands.
It does. No, it works. It's just disgusting.
But so we've got stuff planned for future podcasts, at least. Anyway.
Oh yeah, what we got planned?
What guests going to be coming on?
Oh,
we're not going to confirm them just yet.
Oh come on, we can drop some names.
Let's leave it.
Just leave it. Tease them.
Okay,
I'll tell you what. Guess who we're going to have on the podcast, and maybe we'll have them.
That's a good idea.
I've heard that Hulk Hogan is not interested.
We're definitely not interested. In fact, he told us to go suck a dick.
Is that what he said to you?
No.
Oh, well, never mind. He never replies to me.
Never.
I tweet him 3 times a day. Never gets back to me.
He just goes, go suck a dick. HH.
HH as well.
Oh,
signs
God.
off like a letter. Thanks, brother. And then, but yeah, no, we've got a few guests that are lined up. We just got to confirm dates and everything with them first. But we're bringing them on and having a chit chat with them and probably playing some games too, just to make it lively.
What kind of games though? You can't just say games. What kind of games are we gonna play?
It's the games. At least do that. So the games that we have got, we've got one that's called Mind Melter.
Ooh. Oh, it gets in your mind and it melts.
Yeah, you think and you'd be like, oh, it's like my mind is melting.
Oh, nice. Like the Witch of the West. What was her name?
Yeah, just go, and then you just get comatose, and it's like, well.
Oh, I had a comatose curry last night.
A comatose curry.
Might not have been what it's called.
Korma.
Yes, that was it. Close enough. Korma's short for comatose, right?
What?
No, forget it. Forget it.
She froze on me for a split second. I was like, ah.
I didn't mean to.
Well, you did.
Well, I'm sorry. Just move on.
Stupid forest connections.
Ah, this goddamn internet.
God damn it all.
The old forest internet.
Mind Melter, which is basically our version of Mastermind. So we'll be asking the guest to give us a chosen subject, or 2 or 3, and we will then have some questions for them on one of those subjects, depending on which one they want to do on the day. And we're also going to have a Mind Melter board. So whoever gets the most questions right in the amount of time, they will go on there and at the end of the year, whoever is top of the board will get a prize.
Like Top Gear.
Oh yeah.
Like on Top Gear. So we just stealing
like Top Gear
from several different places.
I think we should keep stealing from Top Gear because it worked out really well for those guys.
Yeah, it definitely did.
If we could end up like them, fantastic.
Then I'm going to slap a waiter.
A wait? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Remember that? Yeah, slapped a waiter in the face.
Yeah, and go to Argentina and start a war.
Give him cold meat.
Ugh.
Slapped her on the face like, you son of a bitch. I want it freshly cooked. This is obviously weaked.
Obviously. Well, who would want cold meat?
I don't know, sometimes a cold meat's good if you're having like a cold meat platter.
No, you're right there actually. I had some salami earlier. It was delicious.
Exactly. I tell you what, I got this great little gadget.
Oh?
It's a cutter for salami.
No.
Oh, the thing is though, it looks like a wooden saw, but it's got like a jagged like knife edge on the end.
Are you sure it's not just a wooden saw?
No, it's like a whole mechanism, and you basically put the like salami sausage on there, and then you just literally push it in. It just slices through like no effort at all.
You have an industrial salami slicer in your house.
It's like a handheld one.
Oh, okay.
It's like an artisan salami slicer.
The way you were talking about it, I thought you had like a big factory kitchen.
It's like made of wood.
Have you got one of those big rotisserie grills as well, and you got a doner kebab just spinning around in your kitchen?
An artisanal pizza oven as well.
You live in an old takeaway.
Be amazing.
It would actually. I'm not gonna lie.
And then I don't even. Where the hell did we get onto the salami thing? How did we get
talking about things and salami came up? It might have been me.
I think.
Yeah, it was definitely you.
About. And then another game that we've got is called the Newly Tag Game. So obviously, as we've already explained, that me and Buzzsaw are a tag team. We are the Boyz. And if we get people on that are either wrestling tag teams or a partnership of some sort from a company or something or wherever, I don't know, wherever, if there's a couple of people on, they'll team up against us and we'll answer questions like the Newlywed Game.
Nice.
So Oracle will be our question master because she is the lady that knows all.
Yeah.
What was that face? What was that face?
She stole the same thing that I did. You said about me, and I did this to the camera, and then you said her, and then she did the same thing. I'm like, this bitch is stealing my shit.
And then, your face, like when I said she knows all, you just literally just went.
She was stealing my shit. I'm so tired of people stealing my shit.
I'm sorry.
Goldberg stole the spear from me. Undertaker took the tombstone, and now she's taking my little winky face.
Right. Okay. What year was you born?
It's not important.
It's rude to ask age.
It is rude to ask age. Come on, man, you know better than that.
Was you born before the Undertaker debuted?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. I'm not getting. She was born before the Undertaker debuted, so you was not old enough by the time he'd done his first.
No, I was.
How old were you?
I've been wrestling for 40 years. I used to wrestle in Mexico under a mask. You don't know this.
You're beating me. You're like Gold Dust, like found the fountain of youth.
Did he do that? I didn't see that one.
Younger.
Really?
Like he's always getting younger. Like every time I see a picture of him, he's like, Jesus Christ, man, you're like getting into better shape than you were when you was like in your prime.
I haven't seen a picture of him since the Attitude Era.
No, it was when he was the artist formerly known as Gold Dust.
I'd only been wrestling 20 years at that point.
But how long have you actually been wrestling? About 4 years?
Yeah, about 4, 5, 12 years, 15 years, 20. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was born wrestling.
Who was your first match?
Who was my first match?
Who was the first person you ever wrestled?
Jesus Christ, I don't remember.
You don't remember your first match?
No, I don't.
Everybody remembers the first, man.
No, I've had a lot of concussions. I got a lot of CTE. I don't remember shit. I can't remember my last match.
I think, who was your last match? That would have been... Would it have been CSF?
Yeah, I think it was something at CSF. Something tagging with Bane. Or B&B Connection.
bin that shit off. The boys are in town, baby.
Oh, I can't bin off Bane, man. He's the best.
Kill him. I will
Kill Bane. You're going to kill Bane.
I will kill him.
Can't we just recruit him?
We could just recruit
Yeah,
him.
that
Bane
sounds
could
like
be
a
a
good
boy.
idea.
He could be like an honorary boy.
An honorary boy.
Well, you can't let him into the fold that easy. Like, there's initiations.
He's a boy twice removed.
Doesn't even live in the wood.
Lives in a wood.
Lives in Bristol.
Bristol's a wood.
It's a concrete jungle, bitch.
Yeah, in the wood. Everything's in the wood, really. It's surrounded by trees.
How dare you? It's the only wood that matters, man.
I didn't say it wasn't the only wood that matters.
You know, and a wood is a state of mind as well. It's not just birch and maple and oak.
Exactly. You're not born with wood. You have to get wood.
Exactly. And you got to get hard. You got to get wood.
And if you want wood, you got to get hard.
Exactly. That's what they say down here.
That's a new T-shirt.
It's a new t-shirt. Yeah.
Put it on a t-shirt.
How many more things can we put on a t-shirt? But yeah, so you don't remember your first match at all? You've got to remember
I'm probably going to offend someone because they're going to be like, hey man, that match was with me. And I'm just like, I don't remember it.
Just say who you thought your first
I'm trying to think.
match
You know what? I had a couple of Rumbles. I did Rumbles first. Does that count?
No.
No. My first proper match.
I had a couple of Rumbles when I first started, and I don't count them as my first matches.
I had a 4-way match with Mark Andrews, Boar, and Gav. I think.
So literally, just everybody that's ever trained me in that
Yeah.
one match. It's literally just everybody that's ever trained me in one match, apart from Gilligan.
Yeah.
And Ice Reese.
Easton. My first training match was against Easton Reese.
My first training match was against. I had my first proper
Apart
match.
from Ronda Rousey. That was incredible.
Yeah, it's fucking hell. Like I rewatched that again today, and fucking hell. I remember it's going. I remember before I was going, she's gonna be really shit or she's gonna be really good. There's not gonna be any middle ground on this. And she was fucking incredible.
Blew it out the park.
Fucking park. And I remember watching Angle as well when they go for that double pedigree and then Angle like flips Triple H over the rope and it's like his knees buckle. And I'm like, oh no!
Snap the knees.
Someone's knees now. I'm like, ah.
You got PTS knee, man.
I've got PTSD. And yeah, my first proper match though that was against Lee Hunter.
What a man.
I know. His brother was injured at the time.
Jim.
Oh, Jimmy boy. Oh, I love the Hunter brothers. Two of the nicest people I've ever met. Like,
what about
genuine.
us?
We're pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta give it to you there.
You and Oracle are absolutely delightful. Obviously, you know this.
Thanks.
To you.
To me, at least. But we're just saying, the Hunter brothers are nice people.
Of course.
Like, they're two of the nicest people. You could attest to that.
I could, but I won't.
You could. But yeah, it was Lee Hunter and who was the other guy? It was because it's Matt and Mark Clark, isn't it?
The Clarkwood.
It was I can't remember which guy it was now.
One of them. What happened?
I'm going to say Mark.
Yeah, good guess.
And yeah, I teamed with I can't remember the kid's name. I think it was Joey Scott.
Oh yeah, I know Jerry Scott.
Yeah, so I wrestled those two in my first match, and yeah, they couldn't have made it easier. Like I was there, and I was like, oh god, I hope I don't balls this up. Like I didn't know who the Hunter brothers were at this time, but now I look back, I'm like, that was incredible for a couple of people to wrestle in my first match. Like really, really helpful. Yeah, and they just went from there really.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you've had 6 matches.
I've had matches. Then I ruined my knee. On such a good run that year as well. I felt my year was going to be coming in. Like I had bookings places, and I was like, "This is going to be good."
Yeah, I said that last year.
First match back on a pre-show match. I blew my knee clean out.
And it was bad. It wasn't like a light, oh, I've twisted my knee. Your knee exploded.
So I tweaked it earlier on in that match, and I should have at that point said, like, just continue the match without me. Because I come down doing this move that I've done loads of times, and I just went down. I was like, oh, I'm falling over. I shouldn't be doing this. What's going on? This is weird. This never usually happens. And then it felt like my knee was going backwards on itself, and I was like, oh, what's that?
That's disgusting.
But I just hit the ground. It's all happening in slow motion as well. But I hit the ground, and I was like, shit, that hurts a lot. And then the ref come over and was like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be all right.
That's fine, carry on.
So,
none of this shit for me.
Save that to later. And then, so I went for the pin. The guy kicks out. I tagged out. I thought, let me get my composure back here. So I'm on the apron, and I'm like, oh, okay, right. I'll be all right. Yeah, I'll be all right. I was like, I think I can get through the rest of this. I think I can get through. Tag back in. And as I'm stepping through the ropes, my knee just... And the internal sound of my knee was like a cabbage being ripped in half.
Ugh,
Oh,
I hate
God.
cabbage.
You can imagine that sound. And then I just fell down and I was on the apron like Peter Griffin holding my knee going... Just watched the video back. I saw some footage and I went, oh, God, I'm actually doing that. I get carried back out. I've got no life in my knee. It's completely gone.
Who carried you?
Pretty much everybody just going carried this injured whale out of the ring.
I imagine it's like when you see Big Show getting eliminated in a Rumble.
Anyway, I was on the outside of the apron, so I was just sat there for the rest of the match. And I was
Perfect.
Like, hey guys, just watching. I was like, sorry. I was like, I screamed a family show. I screamed "fuck" at the top of my lungs. I remember I got backstage. I just went to the bro and went, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for swearing. Over anything else, I was like, I'm sorry for swearing. He's like, mate, it's okay. I think I understand.
Mate, if they bollocked you for that,
Like,
how can you swear?
everybody there was just really, really, really nice. And then Nathan Cruz even came and gave me feedback.
Nathan Cruz gave you feedback? No way.
He was there at a match. He was there, and I said, "Oh, could you watch my match? Just give me some feedback."
He said, "Don't blow out your knee in future."
He was like, "Well, it was all right up until you blew out your knee."
Great advice.
Oh, he did give me some actual feedback as well, but yeah, he said it was like the overall. He was like, "It's good until you blow out your knee."
Perfect.
But yeah, that was an ordeal. But yeah, have you ever had any major injuries yourself, Bronson?
I've had a lot of concussions. That's why I can't speak good.
What, you developed a lisp?
Yeah, I developed a lisp. No, it's not that. It's why I can't think. Sometimes I'm trying to think of words and I can't think of words. And it's because my brain's been punched a lot.
I do that all the time. I think it's just forest air.
Yeah, it might be that.
Clear it, just clears your mind, man.
It's true. But I came through, I gave someone, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Nick Riley, maybe PJ Jones. I come through with this big shoulder tackle. And it's a big hot tag. I come in, boom, House of Fire, big shoulder tackle. Smash my cheek into the top of his head. My eye just puffs up instantly. There's blood trickling down. There's about 3 people in the crowd. The guy goes, "Oh, I think he's busted his eye open there." I'm just on the floor, just like, "Oh, fuck!" And that wasn't too bad, but it was just funny. It was just funny.
You got there.
I did my knee once, not as bad as you, in training, and I'm doing rolls, like little roly-polies. I do a roll, I get up, I go to turn. As I go to turn, my ankle doesn't turn, and my knee turns, and it twists. And sorry, that's my dog just being a pain in the ass. Get out. Oh, you want your ball?
Every single... That's spot.
Stupid dog. Yeah.
Yes, body boy.
Never
Sorry,
mind.
carry on.
Yeah, so I blow my knee out. I'm training, I'm there. I've got Tyson T-Bone. I got Dave Mastiff, the Hunter Brothers. They're all there. I blow my knee out in the first 5 minutes of training. And I'm like, guys, like, I'm in a lot of pain, trying to act like it doesn't hurt. But I'm like, guys, I think I need to go to the hospital. And they're like, yeah, we just got 2 hours of training left. We'll take you then.
That was literally like it was to me after I'd done my knee. I was like, because I went up to the show with Sierra Loxton and Bishop, and Bishop was in my match with me. And then Sierra Loxton was on in the second half, and she was like, "When you do that, I need to sell my merch as well." So I was like, to be fair, at the time, I was like, I think this feels worse than it actually is. So I was like, yeah, just do what you can do.
Yeah, sure, carry on.
I was pretty chilled out anyway. I had some ice on my knee. I had some ibuprofen and some like paracetamol. I was
That's all you need.
chilling out. I was sat back chilling out. I was fine. And then
you were not fine.
Then I got to the hospital, and like the guy was like, "Oh, I think you've got this, this, and this, and this wrong with you." And I'm like, "Oh, a bit of everything then." And then it just turned out I'd torn the patella tendon pretty much clean off the bone.
You don't have any knee.
Literally, it looked like a mushroom. My knee, like it was just completely
not a nice one.
It was not nice at all, and it was a long ass road back as well.
Oh, that's the worst.
So I'm glad it's over now, and I can actually do things again. And
well,
hopefully I'll be able to
yeah.
Well,
you think you can do things? No.
Without crutches.
Yeah, you can walk again. Congratulations.
That's all I need. Have you ever had any major injuries, Oracle?
Tell us your knee story.
Yeah, again, a knee. We're all just knee injuries here. I don't really know how my knee. I was just walking, and at the time as well, I was carrying like hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
And I was literally just walking. My knee just went, and it dislocated, went proper out, and the ambulance had to come and give me the air. I was like, give me it. The gas, sorry.
The gas in it.
Yeah, that's the one. And I was just like, give it to me. I need it. I was in so much pain.
And then they gave you the gas and air.
Bloody hell. He went there. But yeah, that was really...
Ours was kind of our own fault. Yours was just randomly happened.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of... Well, I didn't do any weight training. So I think, I was just weak on the knee, and it just went.
Did a lot of running as well.
Yeah, I did running and rowing and things.
It's not good. It's not good at all, because that's what led to give me tendonitis in my left knee anyway.
Right.
And
yeah, it's my left knee.
This injury happening, although wrestling definitely sped up the process.
Yeah, imagine the amount you were training at the time. It's just going to be wearing at it constantly, and then you're like, ooh, a tag, here I go. Oh, no, my knee is broken.
Yeah.
And I'm...
Never mind, never wrestle again.
Yeah, running, definitely, although it's really good for fitness, I find, it really helps me shift weight, but...
It's just one of those things, like anything, you just can't overdo it.
Yeah.
Running's great, but if you do too much of it, you're going to wear your knees out.
See, when I boxed for a few years, years ago now.
Legit fighting.
Like legit fighting.
You're a real fighter.
Schnoz. And those were good days, but I used to go running a lot during the week, and so I was going a good few times a week. I can't remember how many times, but I was going a good few times. So even when I was running on grass, it would aggravate it. So it didn't matter what the terrain was. It just led to it. And back then as well, I was skinny as well. And I look back at pictures and it gets me depressed. So
you sound like you yearn for those days.
I'm just saying, those were the days.
Those were the days. Brilliant inside jokes. No one else gets this.
Just for you, the listener.
All right, should we start wrapping this up? Because I think my dog wants to go out.
And also, Oracle, you've got to do your news, I take it.
Oh, well, this week I haven't actually got any news. I thought we'd just talk mainly about the Royal Rumble. So I'm sorry about that. But I can come back next week with some news. Would you like that?
You have to go twos up on news.
Twos up.
Double news next week.
Whoa. Half the show news.
Make up for it. Okay, so we're going to have to wrap this bad boy up. How long have we been going, guys?
Just over an hour at this point.
Just over an hour. Okay, so seems to be our level.
Our forte is just over an hour.
We aimed for half an hour initially. It went over an hour, and here we are again over an hour.
Oh, well, that's what happens. You know what it's like.
This is session 2 of Boys in the Wood. This was the Crimble Crumble episode. Next week, hopefully, we'll be here with maybe a guest. Who knows? But you can listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. We can watch us on YouTube as well. I think our Spotify, our first session was a little bit delayed, so hopefully that is up by the time this one is out, and hopefully the next one will be a bit quicker. If not, we'll sort that out. But
sounds good to me. Hey,
stuff.
Hit the subscribe, like, follow, and tell your friends.
Tell everybody, or the boys are going to come and get.
Boys out.
One love. No woman, no fuck. That's accurate.
Thank you, people. See you next week.
Sweat like a killer. Moist. So warm. Oh god. Oh.